This stick, this stick, right? See this stick? All right, it's weird because it bears no relation to its fruit, right? The tree. But this is your H1 histone, right here. All right, this is your H1 histone. These two balls right here, these four sets of quote unquote balls right here, right? These are the rest of your histones. Okay, so you actually have 9. You have 8 main histones, and then you have this guy who kind of runs the show, but is faded into the background. Faded into the background. Now, how did our ancestors teach us this information? Very important. This guy, the Fourier transform. And there's a reason why I'm putting these in a certain type of way, because I want you to get this, hopefully, if we make it to the Ankh, because it's very important in terms of the Ankh and Yudah.
Alright, Francisco bringing in for lesson 8. This is jumping into Minister Enqi, black men are endangered species. What is xenoestrogen? Rigor mortis, Charlotte. Right now we're going into the bipogenetics, I believe. And like I've been trying to say, when you go into the doctor, I always tell you what you get from your family, what is in their DNA, so we can find out how to best serve you. But in actuality, that's not really how it is, and I'm trying to show you what it is. And right now we're into the histones.
Fourier transform. All right, this is a mechanism utilized with this guy to get an understanding of the natural processes taking place, where either the natural electromagnetic forces come together in unison or for chaos, right? So if we look at a white light, in the white light there is all the aspects of the electromagnetic spectrum. Only thing is they're attacking each other. Boom, 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 boom. All the photons are frantic. So as soon as you send that white light through a prism, all the light separate. Black light is different. All the aspects blend together in harmony. Alright? So you look in the white light, you see kind of what you see in the white society, right? Every different aspect, the yellow folks, orange folks, everybody's fighting. Boom, 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 for their slice of the pie. No harmony. Alright? Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I just want you to see a couple of examples of this motif being laid out in your biology, so that you'll see not only that our ancestors left it for you in word and in stone, but it's also encoded in your biology, so that even if you forgot it, at some point it'll come back to you, because you are the information. So everything doesn't have to be communicated when you are the information. So if you look here, you'll see 8 rods for every cone. Right?
And this is why when you get a lot of this information, it'll fly over some people's head, but you'll get it. It's because it's written in you. The Lord said, Lord God, here, he said, I've written in your heart. It's written in your heart. So everything, that's why, like, when I looked at Lex Will's videos and I was like, good Lord, like, I didn't just start researching and then like found Lex Will. I was knee deep in research. And not only that, but I had 30 years plus of experience of living all over the United States, living in different hoods, living in different communities, and doing a lot of things in my life. I had a full life. I write a book about my life. But it gave me this life experiences that a lot of people do not have. And when I got hold of this information, it just, like, it was written in my heart, like, and every experience I had just proved it true. And everything just came together. And like, that's why I know this is the truth, man. All these things that I've been learning, you can see the real from the fake. you feel it in your heart. So just stay on this ride. We can get somewhere.
This is important. Why do I use the eye? Because I have quite a few examples of the eye. The eye is important because that is the most important aspect of your light body. All right? Your eye determines the quality of your electrical circuitry. Period. The darker your eye color, the more densely pigmented is your entire optic system, including your nervous system and your brain area. That's why the eye is the window to the soul, because I can see what you're working with right here. So once that sucker's blue, I know there's nothing upstairs. Me and you don't have that much to conversate about. I already know. We can't feel each other. You see, that's something that black we can feel. Everything doesn't have to be discussed. We can feel. Alright? That's very important. That's unique to us. But we do it so often we take it for granted. That's unique to black people. Everybody else does not have intuition. Europeans have animal instinct. It's different. They can tell if you're scared of them. They can smell it on you. Fear. They can also smell the opposite. You think you're smart, or you're not scared. So they mess with you at work. You know, you just, why are they picking on you? It's just like they sense that you're not scared. So they got to assert themselves on you. You further yourself. It's a totally different thing. Alright? Under the microscope, 8 rods, 1 cone. In your hand. 8 bones for the carcass. 8 pounds of skin per year we shed. This is a constant motif. 8 weeks before differentiation. This is your marula, your blackberry. Alright? In the hair, you have 8 cortexes for each strand of hair. Like, this is just a constant thing. Even if we go to the Bible. I thought I'd do a slide in here. I don't know, we get to it now. But even in cartoons now, because you got the octonauts. Which is who? 8 little animals underwater. But on this boat, Noah's Ark, right? How many humans were there? 8. Responsible for all of creation. 8. Responsible for all of creation. Your ancestors communicated this to you, and it's very important that we get this. Right? Okay. I know. Somebody in here saying, Minister, you better break that down. You skip it. Alright? So we still kind of in review. Alright? But what did we skip? We skipped the indications and how I came to the conclusion on this, but this is the important part. So we skip to this so we can make sure we cover some other stuff. And I want to get to Q&A and open up for some workshop kind of stuff too. I know people want to get their diagnostics done, and some people came for all kinds of different stuff. So these are real. These are called Lux genes. These are real. Temple of Luxor, Lux genes. These are the genes in our body when activated produce light. Produce light. Very simple. Why is it that that's not happening, Minister? If it's capable, why hasn't it happened yet? Because glucose and iron in our tissues are the antagonists. Meaning, as long as we have iron in our tissues, Lux genes will never activate. As long as we have high levels of glucose circulating in our blood systems, Lux genes will never activate. It seems like our diet is almost exclusively glucose. And don't we need sugar, Minister Enqi?
Galactose.
Yes, but there are 8 essential sugars that we need, not just one. Just like you have 8 essential amino acids. Wait a minute. Is that number again? 8. That's that number again. 8 essential amino acids. 8 essential sugars. 8. That is the number all throughout your biology. Right? Catalyst. Lactose. Uh-oh. It's a problem. White folks told us we lactose intolerant. That rules us out. Woo! Cortisol. Europeans told us that cortisol is a stress thing and it's horrible and you need to pick up medication to get rid of this. Wow.
You produce that.
None of us even bothered to read up on it.
Stomach.
Cortisol is liquid copper that's excreted from your liver right into your blood plasma. It gets rid of the chylomicrons. What are those, Minister Enqi? Those are the things that cause cellulite. No cortisol? Bring on the cellulite. Right? It also gets rid of bacteria. It gets rid of inflammation.
You
So
hear that, guys?
if you had the proper cortisol levels, you would never go to the doctor and hear your doctor tell you, oh, we found a little protein in your urine, so we want to go for more tests. No, protein in your urine is from chronic inflammation. All right, because you don't have anything protecting your blood plasma. Because most of us don't even think of plasma. Plasma is the most important thing in your body. Blood.
Plasma is the most important thing in your body. I keep trying to tell my family this and everybody this. You have plasma. It can be mistaken as like a blood or a water. But what it is see, your body produces plasma when you're born. And you have a finite amount, but it's able to regenerate itself. What the job of this thing is, it encompasses your organs and it protects it. It's like a protective barrier, like on Star Trek, and it had the shields, the force field shields. It's kind of like that. And what it does is it encapsulates your organs and it protects it. And then what happens is when you go and become dehydrated, your body sucks on water, right? Like when you eat chicken, it'll get enough water to rehydrate that chicken so it can digest and strip the minerals, right? You eat dry fruits, it does the same thing. So when this is occurring and you don't have any water, it'll start stripping at your plasma. And if you continue this practice, you'll see damage. So that's where people get like strokes, heart attacks, liver failure, loss of vision. This is because they are losing the plasma in these areas. So plasma is key. That's how fucked up these doctors are. We was at the doctor and something happened. I was talking to my son that I brought up plasma, and I was telling him, I don't want this to mess up my kid's plasma or whatever, or something like that. And I was to explain to them what plasma was and importance of plasma, and they was like they knew already, and they was like blown away. She had a look on her mouth like, oh my god, how this stupid motherfucker know all of this shit. And she was like, wow, yes, that's true, that's right, that's correct. And that's why they don't push me. Like, they're always trying to give all these, you hear these kids screaming in the next rooms, and they come out all their behavior a little shook, and you can see their eyes rolling in the back of their head. They're having this physical and mental reaction to these poisons. And they don't even ask me anymore. Like, they don't even get on me too much. Like, because they know I'm gonna shut them down. I ain't even trying to get them to poison my kids. You know what I mean? You ain't poisoning my kids no more. Sorry about the rant, but plasma is key. Plasma is key.
Protein in your urine, so we want to go for more tests. No, protein in your urine is from chronic inflammation.
And that's why too they like strip your body too. They like this plasma.
Alright, because you don't have anything protecting your blood plasma. Because most of us don't even think of plasma. Plasma is the most important thing in your body. Blood cells only make up like 20% of your blood. 70% of it is just plasma. Alright. C and CRP proteins. Now, these guys right here are very unspoken of. And I have a problem with that with our holistic community. Because I've been here about melanin and pineal gland since till I could turn blue in the face.
Right there. This is he's like the foremost expert on this. So check this out.
Why haven't I heard about the proteins that activate the production of these things? Why are we going further than face value? Maybe we get an info from Dr. Oz secondhand. No? Even here, Even in the DNA, the 8 is there again. The 8 is there again. Why? Because you have 4 bases. The 4 bases only work in pairs. This stuff is everywhere. So even in your DNA, you still have the 4 sets of twins. And why did I show this? Now you see that this is why I put that there. Because when I talk about the twins in the DNA, the twins are unidentical. That's the first thing I get. No, those aren't twins because they're unidentical. Natural twins are unidentical. Identical twins. You only get identical twins when the woman's womb is so acid that it breaks up that fertilized egg into more than one child. That's when you get identical twins. Outside of that, unidentical twins is the natural way to go. You got a man that's really potent and a woman that's really healthy. When he launches that 500, or even on the downside, that 60 million, if she got 2 nice healthy eggs, and he's got a good enough prostate, he's going to get a sperm cell over there, fertilize everything moving. You're going to get 2 unidentical twins. And that's what we should have. Check all of the rest of the animals in nature. Alright? You get a dog, and that dog has 1 pup. You already know something's wrong with that pup. Cute. Unless you're dealing with some funky stuff like cows. People compare black folks to cows a lot. And we should, because those are, I forgot the title of those animals. Rudiments or rudiment, something or other. But they're fungus eaters. Cows, and they're fungus eaters. They have to rot. Everything has to rot and ferment in their stomach. That's why they have multiple stomachs. We're nothing like that. Nothing. Alright? So, I just want you to get this, because this is the most important stuff. This is the stuff that people have been killed to protect, to hide from you. This is where power exchanges hands at. Your biology.
Right. So see, galactosides. So they keep pushing glucose sugar on you, but glucose sugar is poison for you. Galactose is the sugar you need, and where you find that is in like dates and figs. See, that's what you need. There's 8 sugar, essential sugar, but the one you really need is the galactose, when you need the most.
All right. Now, this is something we have to understand. This word right here, we break this down, galactose. We'll see this word right here broken down and built up 100 different ways in any scientific text on breastfeeding. On breastfeeding. Why? Because this sugar, the lactose, is the most important sugar for black people to have to develop. So why isn't this the lactose in
everything?
The American diet.
It should be in everything.
Because it's the most important sugar for black folks to have for development. Alright, so you're not going to get any galactose from American food. Period. You're going to have to get you some black dates, some black mission figs, and both of those come from the land. Neither of those are native to this land. Alright? Now, when this happens though, this is going to expose something to you. One of my favorite movies of all time, Ray. His mama told him, scratch a lie, find a thief. Right? You scratch a lie, find a thief. If, when lactose comes into my body, I'm lactose intolerant, and I'm told it's the sugar. Now the sugar is only glucose and galactose. So now when I have both of these sugars in my body from other sources, I tolerate them perfectly well. There is no allergy. There is no intolerance. Then that means that somebody just lied, right? Come on. And then you try to wake up. We participated in those things like this. In fact, if you have a question, call it out. Other sources,
Listen to this, and they
I
lie.
tolerate them perfectly well.
See, they're always lying to you. They tell you some shit and you believe it. I mean, my sister and my brother, man, the same fucking way. I can't tell them shit, but fucking white man tell them something, man. They smarter than the fucking... I can't handle.
There is no allergy. There is no intolerance. Then that means that somebody just lied, right? Come on. Let me try to wake up. We participated in those stinky lectures. In fact, if you have a question, call it out.
So at one time you said that spinach wasn't what they say it is, it wasn't no good for us.
Right, it's just too high in nitrogen. It's just too high in nitrogen, produce a lot of ammonia in the body. So
see, everything is nitrogen because, like, this is messed up. Okay, I was at the zoo. I was showing my kids the zoo, and like it's a good workout too. I was at the zoo, and they had aquaponics lab, and I was reading the aquaponics, and it says the plants will shit into the water, or the plants will feed the water, and the fish will shit, and this will create nitrates for the soil that will help the soil. And I was like, it's not gonna help the soil. See, nitrogen is used in all the soil and all of these fertilizers and stuff only because it makes the plant grow big. That's all it does. It's like fucking steroids for the plant. But it's like steroids. It makes your fucking dick small. So if it's a fruit tree, your fruits don't grow. You don't fruit. It doesn't bear fruit, or it bears really small fruit. That's not the best thing. It's the best thing for the eye. See, and we live in a world where whatever we see is what's real. So they don't care what it actually is. They only care what it seems to be like. We have to watch out, man.
we want to stay away from them because a lot of the reasons that we would eat spinach, we can get those same nutrition, that same level of nutrition in better other sources.
So my bad. So nitrogen is not good. Broccoli high in nitrogen, spinach high in nitrogen. This is poison. Like we went through in the last video, nitrogen is poison, which creates ammonia, and you don't have an ammonia release system like the Europeans do. They can eat all of this shit and the ammonia be out of their body real quick. But you and I, it'll build up and we'll get cancer, we'll get all these different diseases because the mucus will build up in those areas and we'll get sick. And unless we know Dr. Sebi and we can get some medicine, good as dead.
So we can do kale greens and even turnip greens. You talk about kale.
But I mean, besides that, even Minister Enqi has a 40-day fruit fast. He's got a lot of the same stuff Dr. Sebi has, a lot of the same concoctions because they're both herbmen.
Kale, but turnip greens is crazy. Okay? There's a lot of different greens. Okay? We don't have to just be stuck with collard, right? Collard or lettuce, iceberg. Right? There's a lot of different greens. But we know if our body can tolerate the lactose and glucose, then it's not the milk sugar that's causing the intolerance. And if that's the case, then you have to ask, why would you be lied to? Because this is important to your biology. But, okay, Minister, what's going on with the people that's intolerant? Because I see people who drink milk go down. I see them smell their farts and all that. I know something's going on. Simple. When you're born and you're a baby, your digestive system is not complete. Your digestive system is not complete. So, milk does not have to go through your digestive system. Milk has a special privilege in everyone's body. It can go straight through the portal vein to the blood. straight through to your blood. So when you get intolerance from milk, it has nothing to do with the sugars. It's all those foreign DNAs that's now in your bloodstream that your body has no contact. You have cow DNA floating around in your bloodstream. I was like, what is that? That's where the intolerance comes from. That's the allergic reaction. Your body trying to push out those foreign DNAs. Your body registers that as virus. In fact, that is the scientific definition of virus. Foreign DNA. Okay, we need to get that. I say that hopefully at every lecture so that everyone remembers that. Foreign DNA. If I get too many questions like, so minister, if I cook the fish though, do I get all the virus? No, you can't cook virus out of it. It's all virus. Fish is foreign DNA to a human. So it's all a virus. DNA serves as a program for your cells. Human cells do not require fish programming. Human cells do not require chicken programming. That is a virus. All right, look at your computer.
Dark no matter what, man.
You want your computer to go left, your computer to go right, that is a virus. All right, this is important. This is the process. This is not only the process of what goes on in low glucose situations. And when do we have low glucose situations? When we work out and when we fast. We work out and when we fast, your CRP-C-AMP complex builds itself up. That means you have increased melanin production, increased melanocyte activity, and you have the
boom. That's where we wanted to get at. This is why they don't promote fasting. Also, the old business concept. It was a blow to the commerce of the grocery stores and of the restaurants, but also health-wise. Here we go.
Beginnings for Lux gene activation. All right, the beginnings. All right, so all this stuff will be in your book. This goes over the 8 essential sugars. Right, and once I have my way with these sugars.
See, so the sugars, the essential sugars is fructose,